Good afternoon and welcome to the February 17th meeting of the Fargo Human Rights Commission. I am not Matur or Cody, but I was voted as being the most veteran member of this commission, so I will call the meeting to order this afternoon. My name is Barry Nelson. I am a commission member, and we'll begin with introductions. And Sarah, if you'd begin.
I'm Sarah Boone-Stoppel. I'm a commission member.
Jello Kao, Commissioner.
Ahmed Shell, Commissioner.
Hamida Dakhani, Commissioner.
And we have members on joining us by Zoom.
Yes, Carolyn B. Kraft, Commissioner.
Thank you, Carolyn. Welcome. One other person? No. Okay. Hearing none, we'll move into the agenda. We do have quorum. Our first item is to approve or amend the agenda.
I move we approve the agenda.
Thanks, Carolyn. Do we have a second?
Second.
Thanks, Ahmed. All right. All those in favor of the agenda indicate by saying aye.
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 In opposition, same sign. We'll move on to the minutes from our December 16th, 2021 meeting. Give you a chance to look those over, and I will entertain a motion there as well.
So move.
Carolyn, thank you.
I'll second.
Hamida, thank you. Second. All those in favor of the minutes indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. The minutes are approved. We have public comment. Do we have anybody in public here? And/or do we have anybody online who would like to comment? Hearing none, we will move into our next item on the agenda, which is discussion of Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And Dr. Hogan, I'll let you lead that conversation.
Thank you. And thank you for taking over, Barry.
You're welcome.
And Carolyn, how are you?
Oh, I'm just fine,
Wonderful.
Dr. Hogan.
Well, we all miss you.
Well, thank you, but I'm in Key West, so I bet you were here.
Ooh-wee. Okay.
I bet you wish you were here.
Okay. Well, first of all, I want to commend Faith Dixon and Fred Edwards. They put on a splendid MLK process program, and to the Human Relations or the Human Rights of North Dakota, the coalition. You guys did a splendid job. I was impressed. I enjoyed that. And we're going to try to keep the momentum going. Now, what I wanted to do on today is that we're going to take over MLK beginning next year, okay? So my request is that we start planning for it now. I want to start working towards that now. And if you have any suggestions, I want to brainstorm or do whatever is necessary. But I want to keep the momentum going because things went extremely well. And being as that we're going to take over now, being as that the Human Rights Coalition of North Dakota have done so, we just want to just keep the momentum just going. Yes, a question?
No.
Okay,
Good.
okay.
Just
So
to
other than-
clarify, you said it's coming back to this commission?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. That was the agreement, is that the Human Rights Coalition would do it as of this year, being as that I was new to the process, and that we would take it over beginning going into next year. So with that being said, I want all of us, I would request, is that all of us brainstorm and try to keep the momentum going because I have plans. I have a vision when it comes down to MLK, and I'll stress it and I'll stress it to you again. Clearly, that is a very important day for me personally. And with that being said, I just want us to be very diligent in what we do, but let's brainstorm and let's make this thing one of the best. So let's just keep it going. And that's what I wanted to say in regards to MLK.
Thank you, Dr. Hogan. Wish to thank you for being a part of that program and your wonderful presentation. As part of it, it brought a great perspective historically and presently, so thank you for that.
It's a pleasure.
I would just mention, I think some things we learned along the way was that this is it's a community event, and as much as the commission would take the lead, we had some great financial support from within the community that I would suggest we continue getting, because the more financial support, the more people are invested in the process, and the more a better event that we have. And just knowing that the talented individuals Dr. Hogan mentioned are very interested in continuing being a part of planning, and I would suggest we certainly continue using those motivations and that talent in that respect. And I think that's possible through this commission. So,
Okay, thank you so much.
any questions? All right. Our next,
Just
Ahmed?
one question. Will it be the same structure as it was before?
Well-
With awards to the community?
Well, see, that's the thing. This is why I want to brainstorm and decide on how we're going to do what we're going to do. It could be something of the same, it could be something that are different. But the bottom line is that I want to keep the momentum going. I don't want to do anything that's going to deter or digress what has been put forth as of this year. So I just want to build off of that and go forth.
Great, thank you.
You're very welcome.
And I do believe, I suppose Brian could confirm this, but I do believe the event is on the city channel, so people can still enjoy the event going forward. So, and it was also live streamed, so it can be seen on North Dakota Human Rights Coalition's page. So we should be celebrating. One other thing I would just mention, a big emphasis for this celebration, it was that this is a day, it's not just a day. We don't honor Martin Luther King on a day in January. The idea was moving forward action that commemorates this individual. So I think that's the kind of thing that every day we should be living the honor and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King. So,
Absolutely. Thank you.
okay, Cody, we still don't see you here, and you're next on the agenda. So we are going to defer the legal karma update. Anything that you'd want to comment on that, Dr. Hogan, or that was really Cody that was?
It was really cool. Well,
It's an important
Yes.
thing moving forward. So
yeah. I really don't want to say too much in regards to that right now, but it's been a legal firm that we have been speaking with in regards to making us a civil rights application that is much easier than what we have right now. And just to give you just a brief abstract overview is that the Fargo would be the pilot program in getting this thing started. They normally work with law firms, you see. And this is a young man that has his JD, you know, his Juris Doctorate degree, and he came to myself and you know, gave me some very diligent information in regards to what they could do to help the Human Rights Department here in the city of Fargo. And basically, I didn't want to make any decisions in regards to whether we should do it, you know, yay or nay. And I brought Cody and Mature in on this. And so with that being said, we had decided that we are going to have Cody to briefly give you an overview of the process, but at the same time too, if we decide to go forth, then eventually there's going to be some training in regards to the process, if you will, and then we will move from there. Because see, my vision for the Human Rights Department is to make this the best human rights commission there can be. And if new technology can be given to us to make us better and make it easier, and the citizens can look at this thing and it's simple, I'm on board with that. But again, it is something that has to be shared with all of you first, and then we will determine how we want to proceed.
So I'm assuming that this will be deferred till next meeting.
Absolutely. Yes, it will.
Is there kind of a timeline that we are kind of pushing up against by not?
Well, at this point, not on our end, but it's more so on their end to put the technology together.
Okay.
And by the way, this technology is free. They're not charging anything.
Well, such a deal.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and being as that Fargo will be the first municipality to basically have this, this technology, so to speak. I mean, I was pretty much impressed with everything that this young man had to say, And if you want to look this, this program up, just go into Legal Karma. Just go into Legal Karma. And, you could see what they have to offer. But again, they normally cater to law firms. And this municipality will be the first on board. However, there has been individuals that have been calling me suggesting that if things goes well with Fargo, is that they want to jump on board, with these young folks. And again, keep in mind, it's free.
Dr. Hogan, I'm just curious. This is just curiosity speaking. There's nothing free, so what is the catch? Why are they free now?
It's free.
Why? And
It's free. I can't tell you that. It's free. I mean, this is what we have been told because, they are an agency. I'm assuming, well, you know what? I better not assume. I will let them tell you what they need to tell you. So instead of us jumping the gun, let's give them a chance to explain their premises to you, and then we can make a decision from there.
okay, I'm just curious.
Okay, we can make this-
I've been taught there's nothing free in this America, so that's all.
That's an informed observation.
Dr.
Tell
Hogan?
me.
Yeah.
Are they located in Texas? Are they located in Texas?
No, they are located in California.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just Googled the name out. That's the
Yeah.
first thing that came up.
Yeah, in California.
Carolyn?
Dr. Hogan, may I ask a question?
Yes.
Will this help us, track isn't quite the word, but ascertain those issues that are consistent or give us an idea of where we should focus our efforts?
Absolutely. There is, again, I don't want to say too much, but there is a tracking process from what I've been told.
Okay.
There's a tracking process on how they're going to set this technology up. So with that being said, I am still in the process of gathering information, in reference to what I need to do in order to make it better for this Human Rights Commission. So this is why I believe, in fact, is that once Cody gives the overview, we're going to be setting up designated times, is that they will be able to explain to each and every one of you on how the system of the program actually works.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Other questions?
Look forward to it.
Hearing none. Thanks, Dr. Hogan.
Okay.
It's good to keep it moving.
Thank you.
It's exciting, very exciting. I guess next on our agenda are announcements. And again, if you have any additional announcements, Dr. Hogan, we have our guests from the Fargo PD and Jamie with Fire Department. I invite anybody who has any updates, or we have Commissioner Strand with us as well. But any updates of any of those present? No?
There,
Jamie? Oh.
Well, last time I was asked about collecting demographic information, I went back and asked some questions, and we did not collect the demographic information that you guys were asking us about. We've been including Dr. Hogan into our meetings and trying to help hopefully improve moving forward. So we're hoping next time that we collect better information to report back.
Thank you.
is this our first official meeting as the Human Rights Commission? It looked like it passed, but I was just curious.
There is one more, there is one more reading that has to go
Oh,
forward.
I understand.
And I believe that reading is next Tuesday because Monday is President's Day.
Okay.
So once that last reading goes forth, then we can make the changes, that we need to do.
I see.
So I jumped the gun, sorry.
Oh, no, I saw it on the Fargo the city website also suggested
Mr.
that.
Chairman, as long as Dr. Hogan's at the dais, could you give us an update on the status of the Police Oversight Committee? I mean, people are still asking, is it in place? Are they meeting? Are they organizing? Are they already appointed? And just so my clarity, please.
I will refer that over to Sergeant Jacobson.
Sure. So a committee was formed to go over the applications and then to narrow down those applications to an interview panel group, and that has all occurred. And individuals were processed through the interviews and selected, and those names will be brought forth to the City Commission. And then we are also in the background investigation phase, and then there will be prerequisite onboarding requirements for education and training. And so they're not officially chosen or commissioned isn't the correct word from the City Commission. Appointed is the word I was looking for, until they have met all of these additional steps. And so technically, the application phase is still open. However, we are not, those are just going on in the background until we determine how the 7 that have been narrowed down and chosen are processed through their background investigation and the onboard requirement trainings, because they'll have 32 hours of expected trainings and things like that prior to the official appointment through the City Commission. We were very happy with the application pool. We received an initial 37 by the time that, because we had put out a first review date, and we received 37 at that time. And then after the first review date, we have still seen a few trickle in. I believe we have about 6 to 10 additional ones that we can fall back on, depending on whether the 7 don't make full appointment through the City Commission.
Was there was a hearing recently? Is that not the same committee?
A hearing? No, that did not relate to this, the Fargo Police Advisory and Oversight Board.
Oh, okay. I actually thought that was it.
No, so the first meeting will likely, we're still working through the logistics. Now that we've narrowed it down to the 7, we will start having very concrete conversations with them to determine when the monthly meetings for that commission will take place. We wanted to find the individuals on the commission first and find out what their schedules and flexibility was like. It is likely the first meeting will take place around March, because we still have their onboard requirement training, the background investigation, and the prerequisite bringing it forth to the City Commission for approval and then appointment. And so there'll be a big media push prior to the very first meeting, which again, we will likely hold middle to end of April.
Great, thank you for that update. Thanks for the question. And Jamie, thanks for your update as well. Hearing none. We go on to any announcements per se. Anybody here wish to make announcements?
Just a question. Are you on staff update?
Yes.
Just to get a clarification. So is this the planning department, because that's where usually updates came from, is no longer part of this, or is it your department, Dr. Hogan?
Yeah, on how this is being developed and implemented now is that the planning department won't be doing the minutes and the agenda. Things are being done now by Kimber, which is in the administrative department. But I am in the process, as said last meeting, seeking to bring someone on that would take over this process along with others. That's probably going to take a little bit at this point, because right now we're getting job descriptions and all of that in place. But Kimber would be the point person to speak with in regards to the minutes and agenda process and things like that, until I can get everything else in place.
Thanks.
So we are going through some changes. Thank you for
Absolutely.
clarifying. I recognize the announcement came out from Kimber to this meeting, so.
Yeah.
Other,
How many staff people will you be able to bring on?
You know, at this point, I don't know, and I don't want to say anything out of place, but I'm taking it day by day. I would love to have 3 to 5. I would love to have 3 to 5 that specialize in certain entities, because this is what I'm accustomed to. However, I'm starting small, I start with the little bitty things first, and, then move into the bigger process as we go forth.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
other questions? Announcements? I would, two items that I would like to bring forward is that I'm very pleased that their city to the north, Grand Forks, is going through their a similar process that we did last summer. They have the first review of a hate crime ordinance, which occurred this past week. They voted to forward it to the full city commission. The first hearing will be next Tuesday, February 22nd. Obviously, it's outside our jurisdiction, but we all know people in Grand Forks that we can encourage to be involved and engaged in that process. And then lend our support to City Council person Katie Dockler, who dropped that ordinance in front of the council. So it's exciting. It would be nice to be not the only city with a hate crimes ordinance. So lend your support to them. And then I just wanted to also congratulate Faith for Hope had would you call it a soft opening, a grand opening of their facility in North Fargo, and what an exciting facility that is developing into.
It was beautiful. They basically have a lot of amenities there for underserved kids, marginalized kids, if you will. And it's an after-school program towards getting and keeping kids off the streets and out of jail. It's a program that I strategically endorse. I've seen a lot in my passing, if you will. And we went over, I want to say, last Friday. And we visit, the facility. And obviously, I had been going by there way before then. She put a lot of her own resources into getting this place where it needed to be. And we did a walkthrough, a personal walkthrough, and everything that she has going on there, it has great validation to it. And I believe, in fact, I know, in fact, it's going to be a tremendous asset to the community of Fargo. And being as that I'm still learning about Fargo and that community in general, I know it's going to be a tremendous asset. So if you guys ever get a chance, just go over, and just have them to give you a tour. I believe, in fact, is that you would be very impressed on what you see. They have music, they have nursing programs, they have good food, they have dancing, they have everything is that you can imagine that would capture the minds of young people. So it is something that I highly endorse. Okay.
Wonderful.
The key thing that I heard Faith Dixon mention that day was she said she asked the kids what they wanted.
Absolutely.
So it's a brilliant step that many of us forget when we're
Yes.
developing programs. So, I second that. I think it's great. It's located in the CVS on 19th Avenue. It's a great thing to observe, develop.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Anything else? If not, this is probably a record for me conducting a meeting. I know I tend to have long meetings, but hearing nothing else, I would consider this meeting adjourned for today.